You're such an asshole.
All right. Maybe the last one for this afternoon. I do have a long 12-page PSA to read. Oh, yeah, that costs a lot of money. Like, so don't worry. I haven't forgotten you there, buddy. It just keeps the world keeps going. Hello, Captain Capitalism, Aaron Clary of the Book Selling Into World. Quick question and review. Little on me. I did work as a newspaper delivery boy when I was working as a young teen. Was expected. Pizza delivery scrub when gas was 99 cents a gallon. Server at the Bowling Alley Eatery and Kenny Rogers Roaster. Long live chicken shop. All jobs of my past. I did work. Shit pay at the time, but did receive tips. Hang on now. Whoa. More Sterling Cooper's domain there. Mostly for pizza and news fodder. During those days of prepubescent dumb effery in the early 90s, I was fortunate to get around 10% add-on from the original bill, except for drunk dude bros that would tip the wrong bills. Dumb kuantahas. After this, did some growing with a full-time service of 20 years in the Navy, and most in Japan where tipping is extremely frowned upon. You paid a fair price there for service. Service was excellent, and people had a genuine amount of self/company pride in what they did. Well, yes, because the Japanese actually give a crap about their culture. And they're not a bunch of basically parasitic, lazy American douchebags. Only time I tipped was at a friend's 21st birthday party where he had his wisdom teeth pulled the day prior and probably threw up an entire mile out of the side of the cab to the base as an unknown amount of alcohol went straight into his system with those 4 not fully closed gaps in his mouth. We felt pity for the driver and basically paid him for cleaning fees. Now, when I take the family out for dinner, I kept seeing gratuity markers on the bill at 20, 25, and 30%, or those effing lazy iPod kiosk screens when the newly minted high schooler just did their job at the count for takeout and expect me to tip 20% or more. I want to recognize top service when it's warranted, and this is the system we have in the States. I have a feeling they had those installed because they couldn't find workers. I mean, I'm okay if people want to ask for a tip. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's voluntary. Go ahead. But that I think has been in response. They can't find people like, well, yeah, does this thing have a tip thing or not? Because I'm not working for you $12 an hour. I can get 15 over here. It does anger me in that it slows down the transaction. Like Office Depot, I'm almost about to just go to Walmart. Office Depot will like the roundup. Groceries, do you want to round up for this group of people that hate your guts? No, I don't want to round up. And stop asking. But Office Depot is like, do you want to help out black-owned businesses? I'm like, if they need charity, they shouldn't be in business. And all you're going to do in giving them subsidies is continue to have them run a profit-losing business and be poor for the rest of their life. Like if they're on the cusp, they need bailouts. That's not a business you should be in. And then Office Depot, more recently, they switched. They're like, okay, we've helped out the black people. Now we got to help out this way. Do you want to help out the Hispanic Urban League? Like, well, I don't want to hurt them. But didn't know if you knew this about Rapid City. Ain't no Latinos here. Oh, I'm sure there's 1 or 2. But yeah, this is not Southern California. What? And then you're like, oh yeah, this goes out of state. You know where it goes? It goes into some pocket over it. It goes in the bottom line of Office Depot, and maybe 5% of that money might make it to an actual nonprofit organization that actually helps out poor, disadvantaged Latinos. Right? So yeah, I get pissed off at that. There's times I've walked in like, you want to help donate? I've thought about just like punching the thing, but I'd probably get charges and I'd hurt my hand. So I find a large object and I hit it with that, and then I'd only get charged, but I would not have hurt my hand. And then Office Depot like, oh, maybe we ought to stop asking the white guy to pay for everybody. Maybe we ought to not be blatantly so racist. But hey, it's woke. It's popular. Now for you, what's your stance on tipping from the Captain Capitalism sensei of Cappy Captain wisdom? Where does society draw the line with tipping with how things are these days? Thanks everyone for voting in the short-sighted BS. Who voted in tipping? Tipping that wasn't voted on. I'm so far you can do whatever you want. And while all we capitalism are just trying to spit it out before we get it in the backside like a bad OnlyFans muffin top in the future. Yes, it is capitalist to expect a tip for service well deserving, and it's too far in our culture to get it gone. But I don't mind tipping. I really don't mind tipping. But while 30% tipping is becoming the new exception, like a government handout, if we skip out on tipping, we're driving those without life ambitions to be in the service industry most people depend upon and get replaced with some 5G network internet of things robotics. Do we steadfast on the 10 to 15% range of fair market value of tipping, just the tip or something else? The floor on YouTube is yours. Thank you. Adam Kuanta, haha, running out of saliva. Okay, good, because I'm the one that had to read it. You got to type it. All right, generally speaking, I tip 20%. I only tip if they serve me 20%. Like they got to run the dish. They take my order. They do the thing. Now, if it's someone behind the desk, fast food, or I pick it up my order and all that, then it depends. There's always a tip jar out there. Coffee would be, well, let's leave coffee out. Let's say a restaurant. I might toss a couple bucks for taking maybe. And when I was certainly poorer, I didn't. But I don't tip the people at Taco Bell. I don't tip the people at the thing. But they put that tip jar out. I'm kind of like, So maybe. All right. If the guy's got some, like I went to Qdoba the other day. All right. And they got do you want to donate it? No, I really don't. And it pisses me off that you're asking. But one time this guy was on his game. I'm like, oh man, okay, yeah, I gave him a 5% tip. That was all right. So again, I'm all for companies doing what they want, however they want to set up their compensation. And I'm kind of for that in the sense that you personally get to reward better performance, not behavior, better performance. And so that leads to an overall more efficient economy. And it hopefully helps out someone who's a harder worker get more money so they can get out of poverty quicker. Right? And so I'm okay. Where I start getting pissed off is the forcible nature of it. Okay, first, Office Depot. I'm here to pick up supplies. I'm not here to tip you. I'm not here to help out the Latino League. I'm not here to help out Black businesses. Now, if you're a shareholder and you happen to be Black, yeah, you sold me a good product. I'll make a profit off of it. But knock it off with this woke political BS. The worst perpetrators of this, because it only slows down things in the lines, are the grocery stores. Do you run a roundup to fight kids' hunger? You have not solved children's hunger. Borlaug did. Dr. Borlaug did. Now we're all fat. There's not a problem. There is not a problem here. You are a lying sack of filth. This money does not go to help out poor kids. It only goes to enrich nonprofit people. There's more food. Kids are not going hungry. They aren't. They just aren't. Nope. I don't see skinny, starving kids. I see fat people. They're everywhere. So that pisses me off, especially when you want to get through the line. It's quick. But then if it's service, all right, now we're talking amounts. Well, you could tip whatever amount you want. But getting back to that forcible issue where we mandate gratuity. Now, here I can understand. You get a large party. Everyone's drunk and acting stupid. No, we're putting 18% on that right away. I could see that. But if there's forced gratuity, I think, was it Minneapolis? Or it's municipalities that do this where the gratuity is just forced in there. I will never go. No, never. And then sometimes the companies, like the restaurants, will say health insurance required because Obamacare came in and they had it. And there I'm kind of like, okay, I see what you're doing. You're reminding these people that the reason they got to pay more is because they voted in Obamacare. So I'm like, okay, I can dig that. Show you where you're heck, do a full income statement. Here's where your costs are. Here's profit for the owner. Here's all that crap you voted for. This is why your burger is $12. Okay, I can see that. But we're forcing you to pay gratuity regardless of the person's performance? Nope. But generally, like, and let's now talk about coffee places or where it's customary to tip. I'll usually do 20% right off the bat because they're not making a lot of money. They've been hoodwinked. I will, however, I'll tell you this. I remember one gal, I think she had a BLM shirt on, like, no tip. F you, lady. You're just going to make my life more miserable. Okay, fine. If I smell you're a leftist, but I'm like, okay, you're starting out, you're working. I mean, even nowadays, you have to kind of applaud young people or anybody for working because they don't have to. Like, dang, man, you're working. All right. Yeah, here's a tip. But 30%? No, I never go above 20%. You know, I mean, occasionally I will go, like, if it's outstanding service, like, yeah, man, here you go. That was great. Or bartenders I know. Like, I know them, but that's because they pour more, they give more food, and you like them. You want to help. They're almost a friend at that time. You kind of want to help them out. Or it's a bad day, like they're just swamped. Then I'll toss the bartender or the waiter a couple extra bucks. But no, I mean, industry. So if you're looking for a rule, okay, 15 is standard. That's perfectly all right. That's what it was before. That's what it should be. And only if they bring out food to you and serve you. But if you go to the local pizza shop and you got to grab your pizza, they got a tip jar, you don't owe them anything. You go through a Chipotle or whatever. Do you want to donate? No. And hell no, you never donate to charity. You never round up. Oh, here's who I hate the most. Out of all of them, and it might surprise you, Firehouse Subs. Started by firemen. Good. Okay, veteran-owned kind of thing, you know. Ooh. We got to do it. Hey. All right, I'm back. I hate Firehouse. I still go there. They got really good subs, but I never donate because it's such a lie. Would you like to round up to donate to firefighters? Like, don't you get a budget? And no offense, I understand that firefighters are like, 99% ho-hum and 1% danger and panic. Yeah, it's a pretty easy gig, though. No, you couldn't handle. Oh, yeah. Throw me through firefighter training. See how I do. Try me. All right. I'm not talking about like the train. Yeah, I'm sure it's hard. Yes, it is dangerous. Oh, but you get to sleep at the firehouse, huh? You get benefits package. You get paid. Oh, maybe you drive the ambulance out. All right. You responded. Yeah, but you're not like, the hot shots. You fly in. Okay. All right. Maybe you got me there. But yeah, the municipal county fire department, your money goes to help firefighters. No, they don't need any more money. No, you have a budget. Don't tell me you don't. They don't have equipment. BS, they don't have equipment. They got equipment. No, I'm not donating to the firefighters. I already pay my property taxes. Thank you very much. So that one, I don't, no tips whatsoever, none. But that's kind of this, help out black businesses. No. If they're losing money, they should close down and then go work a job so they don't ruin their lives. I'm not helping out a money-losing business. No. Let's go through super chats. Edward Harvey. So to conclude, $15 basic. If you don't have a lot of expenses like I do, I don't have kids or anything. And I do feel bad for younger people having to work hard and they're working. I'd usually do 20. Any politics, any effery, any forcibleness. Nope. The tip is gone or severely lowered. Cappy, how much to interview me on my YouTube channel? So email me, okay, Ed. I just went through I went through one interview. I had a bunch of one-on-ones I had to do, and I got another one coming up. And you got to be on your game, man. You have to be on your game. Not because like, oh, you have to suck my dick and fluff me, but have questions ready, man. I do not have time. I even turned down Fresh and Fit. They want me to come out in November. I'm like, I can't make it. I got too much stuff. So hopefully I go see those guys in January. Time is at a premium because I want all this stuff done in my house. I want it. And I have this place winterized. have your shit together. I'm not against it, but send me your link and let me see if you're a serious podcast and you got a real show. Wisco Nomad, $2. Tipping is for the birds, Mr. Pig. Reservoir Dogs, yes. Christoph and on, $5. Salvation Army getting desperate. Bell ringers replaced by sign dancers dressed like elves with loud Exodus music in Cheyenne. Get woke, go broke. The Salvation, I don't donate to charity. Guys, just don't. I don't care who it is or how good they might have been in the past. You don't donate to charity. They do not solve any problems. They just make it worse. All charities do is enable the people they claim they are going to help. And by help, enable, and continue them to suck at life. People need to hit bottom. They need to starve. They need to be cold. They need to be near death. So they say, wow, maybe I should get a job and set down the drugs and stop having kids I can't afford. That's the only way anything gets solved. What's great is called Mother Nature. You don't need to donate to anything. You just cut people off. And by the way, stop enriching all the nonprofit people. Only a small fraction of the money actually makes it into the hands of the intended recipients. So nobody wins. Take your money and, hey, you want real charities? I got real charities. I got people that are in need. There's Thor's wife. Mentioned them before. If you want any information, email me. And then Atham. You want to help out Atham? Let me know. I can send him money so you can help him out with his tuition. So the poor guy ain't working full-time, going to school full-time. There's much more deserving people than nearly every poor person who put themselves there. Mexi Mike, $2. And remember, kids, tip your local NPR station one. Listener support. Shut up, you Marxist assholes. Nonstop Dre, $2. Cappy tips by giving his books to. No, I don't. No, I do not. I tip. You know how I tip? I tip by buying goods and services from people that give me a good price. That's what I do. I conduct commerce. I support my local economy. I support the foreign economy. That's all you have to do. Support yourself. If everyone supported themselves, we wouldn't have no charities. We wouldn't have a need for it. You caught up? I think we're caught up. There we go. Yeah, Eric, you want to make sure your money goes to productive things? Go ahead, super chat me here. Donate to my PayPal. All right, I'll make sure it goes to bracket supports, floating shelf supports. What else? Oh, I got to go buy some T25 hex screws, deck screws, and then I gotta buy some lumber. What else? I already bought some oil for the car. See, because you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm not going to shoot it up in my arm. I'm not going to bring another kid, an unwanted child into this world. It's going to go to create shelving, which isn't sexy, but at least it's not torturing future children yet to be born. Huh? Who's more caring than the Democrats? This guy is. All right. Questions, answers. AssholeConsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.